The recent news about headtr1ck's transition to NiP made a lot of noise in the CSGO community. Not having any big trophies or huge experience, Daniil managed to get into one of the best organizations in the world. But how? What did ninjas see in him that made them not sign yet another Scandinavian player, but instead an 18-year-old guy from the Ukrainian Tier-3 Academy? Let's answer that question. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe because you are watching CYBERSHOKE, and this is the story of headtr1ck. Daniil headtr1ck Valatov was born in Kyiv in June of 2004, and since early childhood, he has been engaged in Taekwondo. One time, he even became a champion in Ukraine. But as you could guess, he dropped the hobby later on. Daniil remembers that the emotions from his first LAN were so strong that he decided to stop doing martial arts and spend more time on CS. Daniil learned about Counter-Strike in 2010 when he was just 6. He came to the internet cafe with his friends to play some CS, but didn't really enjoy what looked like an outdated shooter. But later in 2014, he saw a video about CSGO and instantly fell in love with it. He started to play it a lot and watch professional games. Even then, headtr1ck started to stand out in terms of skill. For example, in matchmaking calibration, he got a higher rank than his friends and classmates. At 11, while playing on an old laptop, Daniil reached Supreme. After a year, he reached Global Elite and transitioned to Face It. In 2019, Daniil crossed the 2000 ELO mark and started to visit Kyiv's LANs. One time, he even beat headtr1ck. Also thanks to the LANs, headtr1ck got his HLTV profile at 15. He took 3rd place in the Game Cup tournament, playing with Waro2k and Sheriff. At that age, Daniil also joined his first serious team. A veteran, Dima Sotfik, believed in him. At that time, Dima was gathering a roster for Team Spirit's project, Espada. But after a couple of months, they had to disband because Espada only took 2 players in the team, and our hero wasn't on that list. However, he didn't really get upset. You see, headtr1ck never missed a chance to play any online tournament or visit a LAN, and by doing that, he made a name for himself on the Ukrainian pro scene. Thanks to that, he became friends with players Bit and Topa, who recommended him to Amarin, the head coach of NAVI Junior. Amarin watched headtr1ck's demos, and seeing a big potential in our guy, invited him to NAVI Youth. Daniil remembers he was so happy that he just started running around his house. Even then, headtr1ck took Counter-Strike pretty seriously. For example, he often talked about the importance of watching demos, because it's the best way of gathering new in-game tricks. Style-wise, he admired Simple, because Sasha's confidence makes an enemy very nervous, and that should be a goal for every pro player. headtr1ck's main mentor in NAVI was Amarin. He didn't just train them in-game, but he also made sure that the guys did some sports and had a good sleep schedule. After signing with NAVI, Daniil also started to stream. At first, his audience numbers weren't that high, with the average online count being just 200 or 300 people, but by May, he had 5,000 followers. After a year, in the spring of 2021, headtr1ck got promoted to NAVI Junior. With them, he participated in the We Play Academy Leagues and showed decent results. However, by December, he was the only guy left on the team. Monacy was about to join G2, and Fear and Anker had been transfer listed. In 2022, headtr1ck played for the main NAVI roster 2 times. Firstly, he stood in for Boomich on the ESL Pro League in April, when Kirill had to skip a tournament due to his illness. Daniil helped the team win all 3 matches. Check out how he crashed the Ago team on the A site.
This should be at least 1.
At least.
And there it is. The second is delivered. Milky down and headtr1ck takes all 3.
That triple kill helped NAVI come back and win a game with a shocking score of 37-34. And on Ancient up against Complexity, Daniil showed us another great highlight.
A little bit of an off angle. Fang getting harassed. Simple goes for the peak. One-on-one now. It's all on Junior. headtr1ck getting aggressive, and he almost grabbed the head. Back to the other choke point. Another defuse inside the smoke. No, it's a tap. I don't think he's got time for it, though. He's got to just stick it. He goes back for this stick. Oh, with the kit, it's huge. And headtr1ck finds him. Well done.
After standing in for Boomich, headtr1ck went back to NAVI Junior, until in August they called him once again. This time the task was way harder. Daniil had to stand in for Sasha Simple's place, who decided to skip the group stage on Blast for personal reasons. headtr1ck remembers that at first, he was seriously nervous. Not only would he be playing in the best CIS team, but now he had to fill the shoes of the best player in the world. However, later he realized that in any case, this would be a great chance to show what he's capable of. So he just focused on performing the best he could. headtr1ck played 4 games with NAVI and won 3 of them. We want to specifically highlight the match with G2, where Daniil had to face his good friend m0NESY in the sniper duel. NAVI won that Mirage with a score of 16-14, and Ilya commented on his loss by saying that they need to work really hard. Blade, by the way, wasn't exactly satisfied with headtr1ck's performance. Here's what he said: "I think that he's not ready to play versus Tier 1 comfortably enough. I see how passive he is sometimes. He doesn't know what to do because he's afraid to do something, for example. Or he doesn't know how to do this, for example. It's like as you get experience, you climb higher and higher up a hill, and from the top of the hill, you can see more and more. Know what I mean? A metaphor. It's something like that. At the moment, he has potential, but he's not on the hill. He doesn't see what's going on there. When he understands the macro, how it works on the map, I think it will be much easier for him to compete." In general, headtr1ck was always a pretty confident young man, and he declared that he would be the next NAVI Junior star after Bit and m0NESY. Or, just imagine, already at the age of 13, he knew that he had everything he needed to be a pro player, and he didn't have the smallest hesitation about the decision to connect his life with esports. Commenting on his performance on Blast, Daniil admitted that in some moments he did truly get lost, and maybe made some wrong decisions, but he still didn't hesitate and tried to show his best. Soon after that Blast, Daniil asked NAVI to put him on the transfer list. He just realized that he outgrew the academy and that it was time for him to move on. But the top teams didn't really run to sign him, so he continued to play for NAVI Junior. On his last tournament, We Play Academy League Season 8, headtr1ck proved that he really was ready to go up a higher level. Crush the future champions by himself? Not a problem.
Right on the first, Maxter goes down. Overcommitment around the corner forces headtr1ck into play, and he will get a double kill. Bomb has been picked up, but headtr1ck still standing in the site, prevents the bomb from moving towards it. It's just Hero running into his death, limited time, and headtr1ck.
As a result, the guys took 3rd place on that tournament, even despite huge problems with the electricity. Also, around that time, Daniil reached 100,000 followers on Twitch. Good, very good. If you've watched our video about m0NESY, then you remember that his transition to G2 took a huge amount of time, mainly because of the bureaucracy. The situation with headtr1ck was the complete opposite. On December 22nd, Daniil followed all the NiP players, and then after a couple of hours, we received a corresponding inside, and on the next day, the information was confirmed by HLTV. On the 9th of January, right after the Christmas holidays, organizations confirmed that now headtr1ck would be playing for NiP. In the announcement, they ironically said, "We've got a sniper, finally." And boy, was that sniper happy about it.
Да, хочу, ребят, сказать вам пару слов. Спасибо всем за поддержку. Не думал, что она будет настолько большая. На самом деле, приятно видеть ваши сообщения, комментарии. Посмотрим, что будет в будущем, но у нас начался буткемп, будет неделю, потом мы летим на Blast и уже игры. Всем спасибо еще раз за вашу поддержку. Буду стараться что-то постить, если вам интересно.
Amazingly, Daniil became the 3rd NAVI Junior player who joined a Tier 1 team while completely skipping the Tier 2 level. We think that now no one would even doubt the fact that NAVI is the #1 organization in terms of scouting. And how's headtr1ck doing now? Now he's training with the new team and waiting for the upcoming Blast where we'll see him in action. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Bye for now.